after my introduction is done. So in the meanwhile, this wallpaper will be there. Yeah, I'll just a minute. Just leave a message. I hope I don't get trolled. Fine, Sarvesh, I'll be starting. Yeah. Okay. Hello, people. My name is Adarsh. So I'm in my 7th semester currently. So today I'll be taking this session and I'll be talking more about development part of the session. The competitive programming and the data science, DSA part will be handled by Shreyas. So
Yeah,
before I begin with this session, so uh, even I'm not a punter when it comes to development, but I also do have my fair share of experiences, mistakes which I have made. So in this session, I'll be sharing most of those things only. So even when it comes to development, my area of expertise is in React. So I do web development. Also nowadays, I'm doing a mobile application development using React Native. I've got my hands dirty on many backend frameworks, including Java, Spring Boot, Express, and then Fast API, Django, Python. But if I were to choose one backend framework, it would be Spring Boot because I feel like I have more expertise in that field. Fine. So let me see if anybody has it until now. Yeah, nobody has any questions. Fine. So I'll be using this Markdown file. Obviously, I feel that you people should be familiar with the .md files, Markdown file. So I'll be using this as a resource during the session. So basically, in this resource, I've collected all the resources that you'll be using in development, especially full stack development. Also, I've added few resources which you'll also be using when it comes to data science and machine learning. So I'll be sharing this Markdown file. It will be shared in the GDSC community. You can look at it later. For now, I just want you people to take note of the key terms that is very much important. So I'll not be going very much in depth. I want you people to explore and go get your hands dirty, go in depth by yourself, because I feel that in this way you'll be able to remember stuff more properly. Oh yeah, somebody likes my wallpaper. Yeah, yeah. I kept this wallpaper to attract you Gen Z people. Even I'm Gen Z. Yeah, Death Star, nice name. Fine. So the first thing I'll be talking about is let us first talk about the roadmaps. So I see that many people they have different fields which they want to pursue. Few people might be interested in full stack. Many of them are interested in data science and machine learning. So generally, if I were to refer any roadmap, if I wanted a proper roadmap, I'll be going to this website called as roadmaps.sh. This website has a curated list of all the roadmaps. So suppose if I wanted to start learning Android development, obviously I'll choose on this. You can see that all the roadmap has already been done. It has already been designed by the community. So it has been designed not by students like me and you. It has been designed by expert people. Suppose if you want to learn more about Kotlin, you can just click on that. You'll be getting all the other resources, information here, free resources, videos, and all those things. So I personally, when I wanted to learn React, I made use of the same roadmap itself. Even though it's not completely necessary that you complete the entire roadmap, but at least if you're able to cover the basics, once you cover the fundamentals or once the basics are done, so you are good to go. Because I feel that once the fundamentals or the basics are done, you will get a clear idea of what has to be done next. So suppose if you wanted to be a game developer, you have skill-based roadmaps and everything here. So the name of this website is the roadmaps.sh. So I'll be sharing this the resource which I'm using here. It has all the links present in this. For now, just take note of what is what, and then later when I share this resources, right, you can take reference of this one, and then go much in depth. Right. So the next thing which I wanted you people to know about is about GitHub Student Developers Pack. So I feel that many of us we already have. I think people already have this kind of USM which has been given by the college. Right, this one, this your name, USN your name at rnsit.ac.in, this of this domain. Basically, this is recognized as an educational institution, this domain address. So what you can do is you can actually create a GitHub account with this and it'll automatically be recognized as a student account. Feel that even if it is not recognized as a student account, you can just go to this link, education.github.com, and just go to that link. So you'll be greeted with an interface, something like this. So why am I asking you people to get a student developers pack is that? So when it comes to development, obviously, let us take the example of full stack development. You'll be making the front end, you'll be making the back end, you'll be doing all database connections. Let us not go much in depth. I just wanted to tell you the tools which are available so that once you start learning any field, once you start learning regardless of whether it is full stack or data science or anything, you will clearly know what has to be done. So you can just go to this link. Don't worry about the link. You can just look at what I'm doing right now. Later, once the session is done, you can take reference to this and you can create the account by your own. I feel that that is a much better way. You can click on this, sign up for the developers pack, and then it is going to ask you details like your ID card, your college email address, and everything. Since I already told you that rnsit.ac.in is already recognized as an educational domain, it has already been recognized as an educational institution, the student account will be recognized very immediately. The reason why I'm asking you people to create a student account on GitHub is because of this reason. So obviously, all the people in CSE would have been familiar with the term ID, Integrated Development Environment, right? So the one which I'm showing the demo right now is also an integrated development environment, and the name of this development environment is VS Code. So apart from VS Code, there are many other integrated development environments, but very notable, the second place usually goes to JetBrains IDEs. JetBrains actually offers us two kinds of IDs. One is their community tier and the professional IDs. Professional IDs have their own advantages. They have more options when compared to that of community IDs. We'll get to know why these options are very much useful once you are good with your fundamentals, when you go in much depth in a particular tech stack. So, but most of these JetBrains IDs are paid. You have to get a license in order to use them. But with student account, GitHub Student Developer Pack, you'll be getting 1 year access to all of them. So currently, even when I say this, I'll just show you. I'm opening something called as IntelliJ IDEA. It is an ID. It is a very good ID for Java development, Java and Kotlin development. So this is basically a paid professional version. How did I get the license for this? Yes, I use my GitHub student accounts and I got the license to use a pro version. All these options are usually not present in the community version. So this ID is also very much similar to VS Code, but it has its own advantages and disadvantages. So I want you people to explore more into that. So and then there is something called as Notion. Many people would already be aware of what is Notion. It's basically you'll be playing. Notion is an app where you'll be creating your daily tasks. You can create your task boards, Kanban boards. Basically, you just want it's more of a like a to-do list kind of app, but it has AI and all the stuff in it. I didn't use Notion very recently, so I'm not able to describe it properly. But yeah, you get the Notion Plus plan. So, and also the most important one is you get $100 credits in your Microsoft Azure account. Right. So people who are very much new to this, like people who are there in your first semesters or second semesters, might not be able to immediately grasp what am I trying to say here. Just that all these are free resources, which you people get very much important when you go very much in depth into development. The reason why am I not going in depth into development is that people have different fields. I have the expertise in full stack development, but people might want more details on data science or machine learning. So I just wanted to cover in general of what tools you can use when it comes to development, so that once you are aware and start using those tools, you will automatically get to know what has to be done in what field. So when I say tools, I'm not only going to talk about only the tools. I'll be talking about the free resources where you can learn that particular tech stack also. We'll be getting to that very soon. So also in the student developers pack only, you'll be able to get free domains. I got my free domain. The name of that domain is adarsh.site. Not able to. Yeah. So I got this domain. Basically, what is a domain? Yeah, you're able to see here, right? The URL. So this domain I actually got it from using my GitHub student account. You can scroll here. The link will be provided in this resource. Don't worry about that. You can see once these are done. So Namecheap is a domain registrar, and then we have name.com tech domains. So you'll be these are basically paid. If you were to buy them in the open market, it will cost you anywhere between 800, starting at 800 rupees itself. But using your student account, you'll be able to get a domain of your own name, just like how I have my own domain. You'll be able to get like that also. Yeah, the student developers pack is free. Yes, it is free to use. You just have to log in with your uh, college email ID. Yes, I'm sorry for replying to your question late. I hope it's clear. So these are the advantages of having your student account. So I want you people to go and do some research on these things. I'll be going to covering the next part, that is about courses. So now, until now, I think you people are aware of what all free tools are actually available to the students when it comes to doing development. So now let us also talk about the free courses which comes along with the student developer pack. So I'll go a little bit above, and you can see all the courses which are being offered to the students. These are all varieties of. There are lot many courses which are actually present in the link. I'll be sharing this link, obviously, education.github.com. Once you go into that, you'll clearly get to know what is that. So apart from these, I want you to focus majorly on these three things because these actually help me. So you'll be able to get courses from a website called as DataCamp. You'll be able to. It is very much good for data science. And then you have front end masters if you want to develop your skills in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Angular, those kind of things. You have front end masters. These are basically very good paid courses, but with the help of your student account, you'll be able to get them for free. And how can you get them? Yes, just visit this link, create your account, research here somewhere. Let me show you where you'll be getting. You can see here data camp is here. You can just go to datacamp.support. If not, you can just go to their website itself. You'll be having an option to log in with your GitHub, log in with the student account, and then you'll be getting some offers over there. You can see what they offer is it is 3 months individual support for students. DataCamp is a very well-renowned place to learn data science. So I personally have used front-end masters to be able to learn React. Yeah, actually, yeah, is like a good reaction. Fine. So you'll be able to access all these. Can you send the? I will send the link. I'll surely send the link. I just want you people to just look at what are all the options which are available to you right now. Once this is done, I have this resource, right, which I'm using to explain it to people. I'll be sharing this only. Do the research on your own. So yeah, so you'll be getting these are paid courses. They're paid in the sense they're not even like the ones which you get on Udemy or anything like that. They are proper courses which are designed by experts. Even if you were to buy them, it would cost you like thousands of dollars. And then because of your student account, you'll be getting them for free. Codex is also very nice. So I personally haven't used it, but I happen to come across Codex on many Instagram reels. Yes, everything. It's not free. It's basically not free, but you'll be given free access for 6 months of time. For only during those duration, it is free for you. But once it is done, the duration is done. You would have to pay them. If not, you can just not pay and just yeah cancel your subscription or anything as such. I mean, there is no concept of canceling the subscription or anything. They won't ask any details for those 6 months. After those 6 months are done, they'll ask you whether you want to continue with the subscription or not. If you wish to continue with the subscription, you can pay and continue. If not, you can stop it right there. So I hope Purna Chandra Hegde, you got my point. Yeah. Right. So and then we until now we have covered the roadmaps which you can actually use to get into your favorite field, and you can go much in depth. And then the tools which you can actually use. We talked about the IDs, the professional IDs. What are the resources which are being offered to you as a student, and what are the various places where you can actually learn the courses from, right? Now let us actually talk about Figma for now. So when it what if you were to talk about some of the fields apart from development, apart from the coding part, so we have UI UX design. So Figma is a very crucial part when it comes to user interface and user experience development. So you usually develop. What do you mean by UI UX? I'll just show it to you. Yeah, bro. As a beginner, what are the things we should start apart from learning a language? As a beginner, yeah, you should just get very comfortable with your with either Windows or Linux, because once you start, obviously as a computer science student, at some or the other point you would have to install, learn a lot of languages, play around with a lot of frameworks. In that time, you would have to install a lot of other things, other dependencies, so many things. If you're comfortable with your operating system, right, be it Mac or Windows or Linux, it will be very easy for you. It actually being very much comfortable with Linux, because I had Linux on my laptop, actually helped me a lot. So I feel that you can go ahead with that apart from programming. So you can also explore, just now I was talking about, apart from learning a language or programming, you can look into Figma or UI UX design or anything as such. So Shreyas will actually be covering about competitive programming. Me, I started with development. I was never interested in competitive programming, but very recently, I felt the need for doing competitive programming. I use Arch. Yeah, yeah. I use Ubuntu. Arch is for Figma chats. Um, Fine. So Figma, let me just show you what I'm actually talking about. So I'll just type UI UX, and I want to show you the images which are being developed. You can see this thing, right? So generally, before implementing any front end or anything as such, the design mockups are usually created. And what is actually an competitive program? Yeah. So can you just Genius Hub? I just want you to wait for a little while. Shreyas is going to talk very much in depth about competitive programming. He's a very good competitive programmer. He'll be covering more in depth. So for now, let us look at what are the tools, what are the courses, what are the resources which are available to you, so that you can go much in depth in your favorite field. Okay, so I just randomly typed UI UX and happened to get this image. So I hope this image actually explain you what UI UX actually is. So even before you start building an application or anything, you should have some brief idea or a prototype of how your application or your website is going to be, right? So these prototypes or designs or any other assets, which you'll be needing it later, obviously when you're programming it, you'll be doing it. But even before that, to get a brief idea, you'll be doing all this using a tool called as Figma. There are many other alternatives for Figma. You have Adobe XD, and I'm not able to remember the names, but Adobe XD and Figma are the key players in the market. Figma also offers you a student account. This student account lasts until your graduation is done. So if I were to create, my graduation will be in next year, which is 2025. And if I were to create, if I had created my Figma student account earlier, there are a few criteria to join GDSC. Just that you either have to be good in competitive programming, or you should have developed good projects. When I say good projects, they need not be very extremely big projects. They can be something which actually you are solving a problem. Any problem, like suppose it's very difficult for people to add many people to WhatsApp, right? If you were to create a group, you need to add all the numbers again and again, right? You can just automate that using programming. That is a very good project which we are actually working on. So if you have done any project which is solving a problem, you are very welcome into GDSC. Apart from that, if you're good with DSA or competitive programming, you're also welcome. So just reach out to Sudhamani ma'am, okay, and then she's the one who's going to consider whether you make a good fit or not. But if you're confident with development, whatever I told you just now, right? If you're confident with that, yeah, I feel that you will surely make it into GDSC. Yeah, hi, Tech Boy Canada. Yes, I'm not doing any internship as of now, but I have one internship scheduled from February. I have one on-campus internship offer and then one off-campus internship offer. So let me just finish off with what I have planned to do today. After that is done, we'll take 5 more minutes and then discuss about in general stuff which juniors and seniors talk. Right. So I was talking to you about no code, or like no code, UI UX development, Figma, and all those kind of things, right? So Figma also offers you free trial. Like Figma nowadays, Figma is also coming up with their own AI, just very similar to ChatGPT. If you were to type a prompt, it is going to generate you design automatically. So apart from Figma, also you have something called as Galileo AI, so which I use most of the time, since I already told you that I'm in the field of full stack development. majority of my time goes into thinking how do I design my backend, how do I design my database. So there is actually very less amount of time for me to design the front end. And also it is coming up with a good idea of where I have to place the buttons, where I have to place the scroll bar. It is actually, it seems sounds easy, but it's not. So I use this tool Galileo AI UI design. So it is very much similar to what I was telling now, Figma AI. So what you can actually do, I've already logged in. So this is also one tool which I forgot to mention in the resource. Yeah. I'm a full stack web developer. Yes, I have nowadays. I'm learning how to uh, develop mobile applications also. Not learning. I feel that I have reached basic to intermediate level. I've been doing mobile application development since 1.5 months now, and then prior to that, I used to do web development. Yes. So this is one tool I can just give. So I'll just take one suggestion which is actually over there, and can also make use of these AI tools to be able to come up with design mockups or inspirations. This is what I generally do. I just wanted to share about this so that you'll have some idea. So next time you want to immediately generate a prototype, UI prototype, you can use this website. You can see that yeah, it is simple, but yeah, it is also very effective. It is clean, very clean looking UI. So Figma is also very much similar to this. It's not like you'll be prompting here, but in Figma you'll actually be designing this thing from scratch. So fine. So until now, let me just give you a summary of what we have covered until now. So we actually covered about how you can start which resource you can use to refer roadmaps. We started about what are the tools which are available for you to start development. What are the various fields which are there you can get into development. When I say various field, obviously you'll already have an idea in your mind, right? You can just go to the roadmap.sh website and you can take reference here. For now, beginners can usually they go ahead with YouTube videos. They have a lot of playlists over there. That is fine, but at certain point of time you should stop referring to videos and start referring to documentations. So I'll come about the documentation part and all those written stuff, theory stuff later, but yeah, I'm just summarizing for now. So if you want to deal with this website deals with roadmap, and then I covered the tools, and then after that I covered what are the free courses which are being given to you. And then we talked about Figma. Then I have to cover a very important thing called as free code camp. So obviously, as you can see, as the name itself suggests, it's a boot camp or a code camp uh, for free. They're not going to charge you anything. Apart from that, also they're going to give you a certificate once you complete the courses. So when I say completing the courses, I'll just show you how what this thing is. Just keep in your mind that there is something called as free code camp, and after this session is done, I have to go and research what it basically is. So there are a lot many courses which are actually present here. More than courses, they are like hands-on. It's not like somebody is teaching in the video and then you're just looking at that. It's not like that. Suppose if I were to choose responsive web design course, you can see that I'll select anything here. I'll select number 3. Randomly, I'm selecting it. So you can see that it is clearly asking you to type the code here, and whatever code you'll be typing it here, it will be displayed here. So it's more like a hands-on thing. So this is what majority of my people of the people who are there in the final semesters used in their junior days when they wanted to learn a new tech stack or a new skill, anything as it. So Tech Boy Canada, I'm not really aware of how when the on-campus internships are going to start. Usually they start from the sixth semester, but this time it might be earlier also. For this time, it actually started in the 5th semester itself, but for us it was in 6th semester. It might be like 3 months ahead of you, 3 months before only that might come to you people. If not, just similar to how it was for us, it might come in 6th semester. Right, and then you can. This is one more resource which I happen to come across. So they offer free certificates and badges. So I'll be sharing you this link, and you can go through all the courses which are present here. Right. So I have so many other things which are actually present here. I want you people to research what they basically are. Keep this as a reference because once you choose the field, I cannot suggest you what field to choose. I can only give you suggestions. We'll do the suggestions part a little bit later, but I want you people to keep this resource safely with you, so that next time when you get into, like, suppose you get into app development and you want some APIs, let's not worry about what APIs are. It's something, it comes sometime, okay, at some point of the time. So you can make use of this resource and you can get some basic idea what you can do that. So then I'll be giving a very brief idea of what tunneling and web hosting is. It's actually really important to know. So suppose, let us imagine that we are full stack applications. We have built our application, but whatever we build obviously will be there on our platform, right? So for example, I'll show you one project which I was very recently working on. Yeah. So this was one project which I was working on. Just don't bother about the code for now. You will also be writing this similar kind of code when you come to your higher classes, right? So don't worry about them. Just understand what am I trying to say here. Obviously, I've built this application, and yeah, I'm building the application just so that it's not only for me. I want many users, all the users, to be able to use this application, right? So you would have to do something called as hosting. So you would have to take your application and then host it on a cloud. So why are we hosting it on cloud? Because cloud is going to give us a link. Okay, upon hosting, it is going to give us one link, and that link is accessible by everyone. It can be made accessible by everyone. So the application which you're actually building can be made accessible by hosting. Also, the big names like AWS, Azure, Google Cloud Platform, they are the big names when it comes to hosting. Also, you have many other competitors like Hostinger, GoDaddy, and those kind of stuff. But their majority, most of them are paid. You would have to give your credit card details, and then based upon the usage, amount will be deducted. So, but there are also free alternatives, especially targeted towards students. So these are those free resources where you can host your application. I'll repeat, when I say hosting your application, you're basically making your application available to the public. Okay, in very layman terms, I'm trying to explain it. So I have also attached many services which are actually free. You need not enter any credit card details. They are free for students. So this application which I was showing it to you, right? Yeah, once again, I'm telling you, don't worry about the code, just worry about the application. I built this application to be used by the users. So what I've done is I've deployed it on some website called as Hostinger, not Hostinger, my bad. So I've deployed it on Render. So what is Render basically? It is a web hosting service. I'll just show it to you. Dashboard. You can see that this is the same application, but I have deployed it. Don't worry about the deploying part or anything as such for now. I just want you people to grasp that idea of how the application which you are building, which is actually there on your computer, which was initially there on your computer, finally it'll be used by many people. How is that happening? So you can look that whatever application I've actually built using that link. This link is there, right? So I told you, if you're going to host or deploy your application onto cloud, they're going to provide you with a link. This link, you can only architecture, you can only design that link. If not, by default they give some link. Using that link, you can access your application. Now if I were to share the same link on YouTube chat, right, not only me, but you people will also be able to access this, whatever I have built here. So this is in very layman terms, I've explained you what deployment or hosting is. The reason why I'm not going in very much in depth is that because this is just a very short session to give you a brief idea of what you will be doing. It's more like a trailer. If you like the trailer, you can come back to GDSC and then we'll give you the entire picture, something like that. So there also, actually, hosting is a very resource intensive, obviously, and then people are obviously, they won't give it for free. But yeah, we have few good people. They are giving, especially for students, they are not charging anything. They are giving it for free. What are these websites? We have Render, Vercel, Netlify, Microsoft Azure for student account. When I say student account, how are you going to create the student account? Please use your usn.name at rnsit.ac.in account. Right. So now let us actually come to a little bit interesting part. Obviously, I know that very much similar to you people, even I take a lot of references from ChatGPT. References, if I want to understand anything, if I'm not able to understand a particular code, I use ChatGPT very often, right? So let me show you one interesting thing. You people will like it. Let us understand that I'm not able to understand what this code basically is. Yeah, what I do basically, I'll just copy this and then go to GPT, paste it there, right? That is what we all do. I go there, just paste like this, and then this is what we all do, right? But what if some part of your code is there in this file and some part of your code is there in this file? You'd have to copy it again and again and again, then you would have to go here, paste it. Isn't that cumbersome? Like isn't that a little bit tiring? So what you can actually do is you can make use of this free resource. Somebody has built a website to automate this thing. So I've also attached, I have already attached the links. So you need not type out the link and check it out right now. Just look at what I'm doing and you can do it by yourself after the session is done. Basically, what this link does is, suppose you have a GitHub account. Now, there is a project which is there on GitHub. Imagine that we have a project here, this project only. And this project you want to understand. You want to understand what this project basically is. Okay, you cannot copy paste the code every time, right? It is very cumbersome. So what you can basically do is you can go to this website, paste the URL link and click on fetch this resource directory. You can see that all the files which is there in that repository, GitHub repository. Yeah, if anybody has any doubt, we already covered the GitHub part in the beginning. If you still have any doubts, you can obviously text in the chat box. I'll try to cover it once again. So basically, yeah, what you do in GitHub is just a place where you keep all the code safe and sound. It is also, you can collaborate with others also on the same code. So suppose there is any project on GitHub and you want to understand what the project basically is, you can come to this website. I've already attached the link. Don't worry about that. Just look at the demo which I'm giving to you. Click on fetch directory resource, and then imagine that I want to get only the app.js thing. I can just uncheck all the other things, and I can get it. So what is the other point? Suppose you have a code which is extremely big, and you cannot just paste app.js right in ChatGPT. ChatGPT will not have the context of hello controller.js. What are these controllers? And don't worry about it. Just imagine them to be code files. So many code files. Okay. There will be some part of the code which is present in Canvas controller and some part of the code which is actually present in app.js. If you were to go there, look individually and copy them, it is too much time consuming. But using this, you can just using this website, you can just paste the link, select whatever files you want, click on generate text file. It is going to combine the entire code. It is going to combine the entire code into a single text file. Copy that and you can paste it in a ChatGPT. Explain this code. Done. So now GPT has the entire context. Also, the same thing can be done using we have stuff like GitHub Copilot, and we have AIs for our ID itself. But I usually don't happen to use those things. This is a better alternative, much better alternative instead of using the co-pilots or the auto-completion AIs. What do you mean by auto-completion AI? Generally, when you start typing something here, right, the AI itself completes the code. I feel that it's not very effective for students. Students should clearly know what they're typing. So until and unless you get very much comfortable with the code, don't use things like auto-completion and all those things. So what is auto-completion and all those things? You would have seen in a lot of reels and a lot of YouTube videos, right? A person is actually typing the code and the suggestions here in the same line they show code, the rest of the part of the code shows up. So that is basically auto-completion, which is being done by AI. So GitHub Copilot is one such thing. So I'm not covering that here because I'm not very much familiar with them. Okay. So the other resource which is actually present here, this one, Git ingest. It is also very similar to this, other alternative. Fine. So now I'll be covering about inference solutions. So basically, what is this inference solution? Suppose, let us imagine that you're using ChatGPT and your quota is over. Your file reading quota is gone, over. So in that case, what you can actually do is you'll obviously go to other AI providers like LLM providers like Claude or anything as this, right? But instead of that, you already have a better alternatives like these. So I'll just show the first one, which is Big AGI. Just look at the demo for now. So this thing is also very, very similar to ChatGPT. You have a file here, you have chat history, and then few personas here. I feel that at this point of time, you should be very familiar with what personas are. It's basically how you want your AI to behave, right? The same personas are also present in the ChatGPTs also. You can type that in your settings. Right. Suppose let us imagine that you happen to your quota, your GPT-4o quota is over, and you're not allowed to upload any files or anything as such. But you have an exam which you're supposed to study using the PDF or anything. You can use tools like these. I've attached the links here. Don't worry about that. I'll be sharing this. So the name of this thing is Big AGI. So it is an interface which is written. It is very much similar to ChatGPT. So apart from these, also just there are many AI providers. It's not just ChatGPT. There are yeah, it is actually recorded. I'll be doing it. I'll be doing it. Yeah. And I feel like it'll also be recorded. But this markdown file which I have here, right? It is more than enough for your reference. You'll be able to clearly understand what I was trying to do in this session just by observing what is there in this. Right. So I'll be showing you the demonstration for one. Like, yeah, we have Grok here. What Grok basically is? It is an website which allows you to perform inference. What is inference? We have many large language models, right? ChatGPT is also basically a large language model, little GPT-4. And then what Grok basically does is it allows you to talk to them. It allows you to talk to them, retrieve the information which is being given by them. We can do all those stuff using Grok. So I'll do one thing, very interesting thing. Just look at what am I trying to do here. So what I'll do, I'm going to create something called as API key for workshop. I feel like I already have the API key. Yeah, for the people who are looking like are very new to this, it'll obviously be a little overwhelming. But if you were to look at the recording once again, or what am I trying to do, just recreate the steps that I'm even trying to do, you'll clearly understand what am I doing here, what am I trying to explain it to you people. Okay. So now let us come back to big AGI. You can go to models, you can click on add, you can go to Grok. Obviously, we went to Grok website, right? Paste in the key here. Why are we using all these key? Because Grok should know, right, where the request or who is asking for what, right? So we paste the key here. It is a very layman explanation of why we use keys. Okay, but yeah, it is suffice for now. So I'll just close it. Yeah, it's fine. So you can select whatever models you want. Fortunately, Grok is very generous enough to give it for free. Click on that. I'll paste some files here. What do I have? Yeah, just paste this dev intern assignment which I got in my internship. What is this assignment about? You can see that it's very similar to ChatGPT, but it is really, really faster than ChatGPT because Grok is a super fast inference engine. Do not worry about what inference and all those things are. Just know the tools which are actually present and what tools you can use. So similar to Grok, you have so many other tools, so many other inference provider like Together AI. You just go to their website. Go to the website. You can do some research. Basically, the only thing that you're supposed to do here is get their API key. How are you going to get the API key? Be here. You have go for developers. You have docs. Playground. You can go to playground here. Somewhere you'll be having the upon logging. Somewhere you'll be having the API key. If you're not able to get the API key, go to YouTube. Search for how do I get the API key for Together AI, or how do I get the API key for Grok. Get the API key. Come back here. Choose the model if you want. Click on add. We have Together AI, right? Paste the API key, and then you'll be able to access all the models which is actually being provided by Together AI. Why are we doing this? Because obviously we cannot be fully dependent on GPT-4, right? So we let us explore few other alternatives which are being done, which are being provided to us, right? So we have few alternatives like that. You can get your hands dirty with this one. It's really interesting and fun. Google also gives us free access to their models. We have something called as Cohere AI, which I want you people to do some research about. It is equally good, not very better than Llama or GPT models like those, but yeah, it's good enough. So and then big AGI, what is this big AGI? The website, this one which I was just talking about. So what are the other alternatives? You have alternatives like Open Web UI, you have anything LLM like that. These are the alternatives. So very similar to this Open Web UI is there, right? It is very, very similar to ChatGPT. It is but instead of just using a single model like on ChatGPT, you'll be able to use your own stuff, own models. Not when I say your own models, the models which you like. But these models are basically present on where Grok Cloud or in this website in their cloud. I'm just giving you a very high overview, surface level brief. My intention is not to go very much in depth because it is not possible to go in depth, right? Fine. So until now, what I've done is I've covered. Let me just revise whatever covered until now. I just talked about GitHub first, and then I talked about what are the various tools which is available to students, how you can access very good, very awesome courses for free using your GitHub Student Developers Pack. I told you how you can get Student Developers Pack. You can use your email ID in this format, okay, and then it'll ask you to verify your email ID. You'll have to do a lot of stuff, and then finally you'll be getting the Students Developer Pack. What are the advantages I covered? What are the advantages of having this pack, Developers Pack? What are the free courses which will be provided to you? I talked about how you can use roadmap.sh to have a proper roadmap. So apart from this, also you can take reference of this website, which is basically called as ProPeers. So this also is very similar to roadmap.sh, but instead of just having roadmaps here in this website, so you actually it's more like a social media of people who are learning stuff. Suppose you're learning Java, you have many other people who are learning Java here, and all of them will be following a same single roadmap which is designed by Propeer people, right? You'll clearly be able to know what the other person is doing. If you have any doubts, you can talk to them. This website is really good. You can take refer you can go in depth into this. Like you can just do some research by yourself. So then after roadmaps was done, we talked about Figma. What are the other what are the other alternatives for if you for no programming, no code stuff? And then we talked about what are the alternatives to ChatGPT. We talked about something called as Grok. Yeah, we didn't go very much in depth about Grok because that is not the scope of this session. But I just wanted to let you know what are the alternatives here. And then I told you how copy pasting is a big headache, right? In ChatGPT, how we can use tools like these, right? So it is the name of this tool is repo to text, and the other name of the other tool is git ingest. So basically, you just have to paste your GitHub link, and then all your code will get merged into a single file. So and then ChatGPT will be able to will have the access of the entire code, right? So regardless of where in which part the code is actually present, ChatGPT will know that, and then it is going to give you the right answers. So we have covered this much until now. So also I happen to come across a link, mega.nz. It's basically a cloud storage provider. So it consists of all the blogs, the tech blogs. If you are not, if you are very bored of watching videos, you can look at these things. You just download. It will be there in .html format. If you double click it, it is going to open in your browser. You can just study stuff from that. So basically, it will be something like this. So it is not the link which I got. I don't know whether it is. No, let's not worry about that. So suppose I wanted to study about React a little bit. So you can follow these blogs. Where are these blogs present? They are actually present here. You can just download the stuff which you want. Go through the blogs. Reading and understanding a blog and writing your code is very much better than looking at videos or anything as such. But for beginners, videos are usually suggested. But once you are done with videos, like 1 month, 2 months, after that, it is referring to blogs or technical articles is very much preferred. This link actually consists of many resources which you can refer, and the password I've also attached here. I happen to come across this. I'm not the person who made it. I'm just giving this link for educational purposes only. Right. So I've covered everything which I wanted to convey to people. Now, if you have any doubts, you can just ask, and then by 6:50 I'll be leaving because I have other. Yeah, guys, you can just leave your doubts in the chat section, and I'll try my level best to be able to answer them. Oh yeah, I did. I no, I'm not. I haven't contributed to open source until now, but I'm thinking to contribute. Just that after we started doing the development and all development stuff, getting to know React JS and all those things, we got very much into our placement season. So there was no time for me to contribute to open source. Now that I've got a job offer, I have a lot of free time. I'll be contributing to open source, especially in app development field. So I've bookmarked a few open source stuff which I'm thinking to contribute. Let me see if I have it here. Do I have it here? Nope, I don't have it here, but I did bookmark few open source repositories where I'm thinking to contribute. I'll be doing that in near future. Yes. Oh yeah. So yeah, the best thing that when it comes to freelancing, right? I did a lot of freelance work when I was in my fifth sem. Like when I say a lot, it was basically I did 5 mini project kind of things, in which 3 were paid and 2 were unpaid. How did I get leads for this thing? Is that I got all the leads from our faculty itself. So I just went randomly to my faculties and then asked them if you know any people who want projects to be built, like people who are looking for students to make the projects or anything as such. And I got leads from our faculties themselves. So you can also, I feel that you can also do that. Our faculties are very approachable in this aspect. They'll give you some leads of people who are looking for students to contribute to their projects or anything as such, and then you can get started with your freelancing stuff. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure, I'll send it. GitHub. My name is kind of sus, but don't bother about that. So this is my GitHub account link. But if I were to give you a suggestion after I'm in my seventh semester right now, right? If I were to give you a suggestion, I would definitely ask you people to focus a little bit more, like around like 75% of your time on competitive programming and DSA, and then in your weekends you can obviously if you were to start begin with your competitive programming, right? You should have a good fundamentals on programming languages. If you're still like you if you don't know anything, right? If you want to start from scratch, just take some time, like around 1.5 months, to learn a programming language. Try to learn Python, preferably, because nowadays Python is sufficient enough. It is capable enough to build anything. If not, you can go ahead with JavaScript also, because it will really help you both in DSA. I mean, people do not use JavaScript for DSA, but DSA can be done using JavaScript also. I personally do DSA in JavaScript only, JavaScript. But why am I suggesting those? They are easy to get started with. Yeah, there are a lot of drawbacks in learning JavaScript, but it is very easy to get started. Spend some time, around 1.5 months, for learning a programming language, and then spend around like 75% of your time doing data structures, algorithms, and then competitive programming. And then in your weekends, you can relax and focus on projects or contributing to open source or doing some crazy stuff. And also, like, the only thing which kept me motivated, I started my development journey in my fourth semester. I feel like you people are in your third semester, right? So I mean, all the contributions, yeah, but they're not like, yeah, the contributions are high. It's just that even if I were to learn a very small thing, right, like the basics of JavaScript, I used to push those commits as well. Yeah, I have been doing a lot of workshops for juniors. Just that only few of you show up. I very recently I happened to conduct a workshop on how to use Postman, how to deal with APIs, how to get started with front end connecting back end. So we did it, but seems like you were not there in that. But it's fine. If you can just reach out to GDSC once again, if majority of the people, when I say majority, at least if around 20 to 30 people are interested, we'll surely conduct a workshop, because we have a lot of very talented people in GDSC who are skilled in variety of tech stack. Anybody of them will be very much more than happy to be able to conduct workshop for you people. Right. So yeah, I was talking about, right. If I were to start from scratch, I'll take at least 1.5 months to be able to build a strong foundation in any programming language. Okay, any programming language. When I say any, at least choose stuff like JavaScript, Python, C++, Java, stuff like that. Obviously, I'm not asking you people not to learn stuff like Haskell or languages like Zig or anything. I said there is no market for those kind of language. They're very good. I'm not telling that they're bad. But there's no market for them in India, right? So Java runs a lot in our country. JavaScript and Python are also very much in demand. C++ is always there. That is the reason why I'm asking you people, if you were to learn a programming language, choose the one which are there in the market, which are established in the market. so that you'll not have the fear of whether you'll land a job with this skill you have gained or not. Right, and then focus 75%, give 75% of your time to DSA and this thing, and just in your weekends to projects. The reason why am I saying is that projects you can resume it whenever you want. If you can just spend 2 days, 2 days in a month, and then if you were to just go through the code once again the next month, right, you'll immediately be able to recall what you actually did there. But that is not the same. That is not the case with competitive programming or DSA. A gap of like a week or so can also what it is very possible that you'll forget very soon when it comes to competitive programming. Consistency is very much important in DSA and CP. But yeah, for when it comes to development, yeah, consistency is needed, but not that much as you need in the other field, the other counterpart. What skills are required? Just the one skill. See, how I got selected to GDSC is that in my fifth semester, okay, they were doing recruitment, and then I was very bad at data structures and CP, but I had made a project. In that project, I saw that it was very difficult for what teachers were usually doing is that if they were to make a WhatsApp group, right, they used to add people by their numbers one by one, one by one. I don't know if there are any automated tools currently or not, but I did make a project in which you'll just able to scan the number. So basically, place your phone camera over there, and then automatically writes a script. I wrote a script that adds that particular number to a WhatsApp group, something like that. So that project actually really helped me to get into GDAC. So what I is just if you are able to do some project which are actually solving the problem, real world problem, or if you're even you need not be very extremely good at DSA or CP also. If you're moderately good also, if you're able to solve, if you're very comfortable solving at least linear data structures like arrays, strings, linked lists, those kind of things also, you would make a good fit. Right, Dash, anything else? You can just leave the questions. If not, yeah. To be honest, in GDSC we're always available to help you guys. Fine. If you have any question, you can leave in the text. But I'm done with my part of the session. The next part of the session will be carried by Shreyas. Okay, Shreyas will be talking. Yeah, when I was there in GDSC, there were many first year people who are there who are working along. I feel like yeah, first years also they'll be recruited. So even though I'm the senior most here, but I'm not the lead of GDSC. But yeah, first years also will be recruited as per my knowledge. Right. The next part of the session will be carried out by Shreyas. Shreyas is a very good when it comes to competitive programming and data structures and algorithms. So I've been seeing Shreyas since a very long time, and he has participated in many contests. His contest ranks are regularly below 5,000, 6,000. To be honest, 5,000, 6,000 seems like a lot, like a very like not that good of a rank. But regarding taking into consideration that millions of people are actually participating, and these ranks are not on like normal website, it is on Code Forces, Code Chef. So it's actually a really good thing. So yeah, the next part will be carried on by Shreyas. If you have any doubts, you please reach out to me on either LinkedIn. If not, get back to GDSC itself. Right. Okay then. Yeah, Shreyas, continue. I'll
Yeah, sure. Hello guys, am I audible? Can you guys please reply in the chat? Am I audible? Okay, fine. I'll be okay. Good. I'll be talking about competitive programming. Doesn't the name sound interesting? Competitive, right? It does sound interesting. Uh, okay, yes. Nice. So, what is competitive programming? Competitive programming is nothing but programming in a competitive environment. Usually, when it comes to development, it'll be hackathons and all of that. But when it comes to competitive programming, we refer to DSA and mathematics. So there's a difference between DSA and competitive programming. DSA is nothing but normal data structures and algorithms, standard ones, and problems also will be standard. And competitive programming is nothing but DSA plus maths. So you'll have to use advanced maths like discrete mathematics, number theory, GCD, LCM, and all of that. You'll have to be aware of all of that when you're doing competitive programming. Now, wait. I'll give you the intro about the websites, and I'll tell you how it helps you in building your profile or resume or anything in your future. So basically, if you're going for off-campus placements, anything like FANG, Facebook, Amazon, Google, Apple, any of those companies or any other off-campus, they mostly look into your CP skills, your DSA skills. DSA skills, but mostly CP also. If you're good in CP, you if you're good in CP, they will definitely hire you. And development will not be a problem if you just have like 2-3 projects or something and you're very good at CP, they'll take you in. On-campus placements will be more of development in our college. Mostly it'll be development and a bit of companies that look into CP as well come. Not sure how many, but a bit, yeah. But mostly development. Now coming to the websites. First, I'll start off with Code Forces. This is the most famous website for competitive programming. And guys, do you know about the Meta Hacker Cup and all of that? Can you guys reply in the chat box? Meta Hacker Cup and all of that. Meta Hacker Cup. So many online competitions will be there. Please do reply in the chat box. And then Meta Hacker Cup, International Collegiate Programming Contest, ICPC. No, okay, fine. It's not a problem. You can Google it, Meta Hacker Cup. It's where, what do you say, around, everybody, all around the world, people participate in that. And top rated coders around the world will obviously get prize money around, for the first person gets around $20,000, then second around 10,000, goes on like that. For top 25 people, there'll be some prize pool distribution. So you can make your do your earnings also this, but then it's not like that easy. Suppose you can see this right, top rated thing right side here, top rated users. These people, suppose say this guy is tourist, this guy is the most famous one, this guy is the highest rated right now. He was registered 15 years ago, so from 15 years this guy is doing competitive programming. You can see his rating graph. This guy is a legendary grandmaster on this thing on Code Forces. He has solved 2000 around 2.7k problems. So usually these top rated people only will be topping the Meta Hacker Cup thing. They are completely into CP, no development, nothing, but mostly into CP, and they make their earnings and all of that from these contests like Meta Hacker Cup and all of that. Plus, they'll be working in some company or something. So then comes, no wait, I'll walk you through the website first. This is the home page. Top, you can forget this. This is just random blogs you find on the website. Then catalog, also random stuff. You can read general advice, how to come up with solutions, how to practice, and all of that. And now I'll talk about a specific thing. What? Suppose this is a question. Okay, this is a question. Hello guys, could you please reply something? Can you see this on your screens? This is a question. The basic things in a question will be the problem statement. From here to, okay, this is an interaction. I'll take a different problem. For that, you'll have to read some guide. MEX cycle. Yeah. This is a problem statement here. Starts from here, ends till here. This is the problem statement, this part of the section. Then comes the time limit per test and memory limit per test. This you will not have to worry as of now. If you're a beginner, you need to focus on just brute force solution. If you're capable of doing that, it's more than enough. If you're a beginner, then later on you need to optimize your solutions and give better answers that compute in less amount of time. And then comes the input. This is the input part. Usually it will be mentioned here. You can read every line. It is very much understandable. After this, this is nothing but the constraint here. You can see this T. For example, see each test contains multiple test cases. The first line contains the number of test cases. So t is the test cases that you need not use the same variable t in your code. You can use any variable, but you need to have this variable called test cases or anything. You can name it anything, and then you have to take the input. Usually this range will be from 1 to 10 power 4. So if it's, guys know, right, integer range, integer data type, usually in C or C++, it's somewhere between 10 power 9, 10 power, somewhere around that. When it comes to higher numbers like 10 power 18 or something like that, you'll have to use the data type called long. Yeah, these are the just constraints mentioned here. And then the first and only line of each test case contains these 3 integers. Then constraints for n, constraints for x, y greater than x, all completely mathematical. And then this is the output, expected output format. And then here comes the sample input, sample inputs, all of these, and sample output for each test case. Suppose the first line here, like it's mentioned here, say test cases t, right? This is the test cases number 7, and there are it's followed by 7. One, can you see the left one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There are 7 different test cases, and in each of these test cases you'll have these values n, x, y, and all of that. That will be, you don't have to take it manually by yourself. You just you have to assume that the whoever is running this program will give his own inputs based on the range given here. So you should basically write a code that solves the whatever problem, and n, x, y values within this range should be acceptable. Anything within this range should solve your problem. You have to write a code in such a way. And then this is the sample output for all these 7 test cases. And then here the basic explanation will be given on how the problem, for the first test case would be solved here, like this. For first test case, they've showed sample. How does it work? How does the problem work? Usually that will be there, but sometimes this may not be there. If the problem statement is too easy, this won't be there. If it's kind of a bit tricky or something, this will be there for users to get to know what they're trying to mean in the problem. Then yeah, now I'll talk about this in detail, like memory limit and per test. Megabytes, actually this part actually doesn't matter until and unless you're using so many data structures or so much memory. Usually you can use simple data structures and finish it off, 3 to 4 or something. But if you're making use of multiple data structures and you're storing data in too many data structures, then memory limit exceeded will be the error. Then time limit per test is 2 seconds. Basically your program should run within 2 seconds. You have to write a program such that you have to write a code such that it runs in 2 seconds. And this thing, time limit is 2 seconds because they want you to give an optimized solution and not a brute force. Mostly all the problems or anywhere you go to solve a problem, brute force solution will be the last possible option. Fine. Brute force will be the last possible option for you to do. Try to optimize your solution first get the brute force, understand the problem, then try to optimize it. Brute force is the last option. If you're not able to come up with optimize, then try submitting the brute force, but mostly it'll be time limit exceeded because of brute force approach. Any doubts so far, guys? You can use the chat box. If any doubts, please. No doubts. Okay. No. Okay, now if you ask me what language I use C++ to solve problems. Mostly C++ and nothing else. C++ has a variety of inbuilt data structures you can make use of. You don't have to manually create a data structure for everything. There's something called standard template library in C++. You can just use the data structure word and its syntax to make use of it. And you'll have methods, right? And you'll have methods for every data structure. Suppose you want to add elements into the data structure, you want to remove, or you want to anything, add, remove, concatenate for strings and all of that. all those inbuilt methods and all you'll have to go through. So before starting to solve problems, be good at a language, any language you pick. Mostly I'd suggest you guys for competitive programming, if you want to get good at it, mostly use C++ or Java. Do not use Python or this thing, JavaScript or anything. That's for web development. Python to a mediocre level you can solve here. Mediocre in the sense not that much also, but yeah, to a level, yeah, you can solve using Python. But higher rated questions you can't solve with Python. It's very very tough. C++ and Java can solve them. How did you learn C++? I started C++ in no, I started C in school. My school, they used to teach C in 8th or ninth grade, I guess. Ninth grade, yeah. Ninth grade, they used to teach C. That time I just used to by heart the codes. But I was like totally not interested that time. I was like, why do I have to read this and all that? Like I used to mug up the codes and go for the exams in school. Then in 11th and 12th grade, I learned C++. C++ was actually fun. And for me, actually, I learned it from, Google only. I just learned the basic, whatever. See, I did not spend time specifically for learning or as such. I just, since I knew the basics a bit, I just used to sit and solve, not solve problems actually. I just used to solve the basic problems, add to numbers and all of that. And then when I started solving problems that I wasn't capable of doing it properly, I used to see the editorial. Editorial is the place where solutions will be there. I used to see the code. I used to like completely read someone else's code and understand from it. So I never really spent time on learning stuff specifically online. I spent learning from my failures, like not solving a problem like that. Java, yeah, you can use Java. I haven't used Java. I don't use Java, but yeah, you can use Java. Java also has inbuilt stuff like data structures and all of that. C++ or Java is good. Then after that, in 11th and 12th grade, I guess, yeah, I did a bit of C++. Then during engineering, I used to do basic problems, basic, not the add to numbers and all of that, a bit more complex. But yeah, they were good. Now, if I talk about the ratings and stuff, no, we'll go to this guy's rating. You see this rating range here in the left side. 0 to 1200, 1200, 1400. These are all the ranks given for you. So 0 to 1200 is like a normal newbie rating or a newbie. And then who is like, who just knows C++, basically 0 to 500 would be that, just knows C++ and knows to solve problem. But on code forces, it's different. Here you need to be good with problem solving as a beginner also. If you just know any language, you won't be able to solve. Here code forces rating from 0 only means that you're a mediocre in other websites, and you have a below 1200 or something is like okay, good as a beginner or a bit mediocre level. Then yeah, based on your ratings you'll be given your names like newbie, expert, pupil, specialist, candidate, master. Similar to chess ratings. Grandmaster, international master, legendary grandmaster, yeah, like that. And then apart from that, now let's go to code chef. You see, later you guys can look at the this thing. What do you say? Suppose I open a problem. Yeah, here you'll get the option right side. Right side is what, GNU. This is all the languages. Yeah, which all you can choose. These are all the options for you. You can use Node.js, JavaScript, Scala, and all of that. Rust, Python, Java, Kotlin, all of that. And this is the C. This is C, and this is C++ 17 or version 17. Then 2023. This is the latest version. And then C hash, Go, all of that. You can use any language. You can select your language here, select it, and choose your files. Suppose, wait, I have this mex destruction .cpp. The extension for that would be uh, .cpp for mine. For you, for Java or something, it might be .java or something. Yeah, only those files will be accepted. Text files won't be accepted. You can click on submit here, choose the file and click submit. File will be loaded here. If you click on submit, then it'll run on test cases. Then comes yeah, for now this is the interface of the website. And so far, any doubts with respect to this website or anything so far covered? Any doubts, guys? You can comment on chat box. No, no. Okay. Okay. Now coming to CodeChef website. Now I'll tell you, before I go to CodeChef, I'll tell you how does these ratings matter. You know, you these ratings and all of that. If you put it on your resume, makes the recruiter more. I mean, feeling to recruit you more than other people because you have your achievements, and this is considered to be very really good. Recruiters, especially from who are recruiting you off campus, they look at your ratings on this thing, other websites, and your ranks in the contest. Suppose this is my profile. I started what in June this year on this website. Before I used to do it on other website. I used to do a bit of CodeChef, and then I switched to Code Forces because code forces problems are quite more competitive and tougher. If you're good at code forces, then yeah, you'll be good at solving problems, anything on lead code or anything. And yeah, lead code, hacker rank, and all of that, they are meant for like DSA, not competitive programming. Their problems will be more on data structures and algorithms and not that much of mathematics. Whereas if you come to code forces and code chef, it'll be completely full mathematics and data structures algorithms combined. Say 50% mathematics and 50% of data structures and algorithms. The questions will be based on that. And then yeah, I know I took a lot of problems to solve to get to this rating, but what I used to do is during contests, suppose wait, I'll come to the contest tab here. This is the contest. This was the previous contest called Code Forces Global Round 28. This is rated for all divisions. You'll be divided here. Basically, based on your rating, you'll be in Division 4, Division 3, Division 2, Division 1. So if you click on the final standings here, what I used to do is after I solve a problem, I immediately used to go to the standings and see where was I standing. And if my rank was around 10K or something like that, then I used to feel like, oh my God, so many people have solved. I need to do it better. I used to panic that time. So I couldn't concentrate that much on solving problems. I mostly used to focus on rankings that time, but now I don't really care about rankings. Just there's no point of looking at rankings. Either you'll start panicking that you're below, or you can't do it faster. See, if you want to solve a problem, you need to have a clean mindset. You need to not think about anything else. So yeah, these are the yeah, this is my rank for the previous this thing contest. And coming back to my profile, this thing, this was my graph. You see this up, 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 down, up, down, up, down. Right now I'm at my Geeks for Geeks. No, it's not good for competitive programming. Geeks for Geeks is good for basic problem solving, DSA, basic DSA and intermediate DSA. It's mostly for DSA basically. Geeks for Geeks is for DSA. Competitive programming websites are like Code Forces, Code Chef, Coder. Something like this would give competitive programming questions. And then after this, yeah, this was my rating graph, up, down, up, down. Right now I'm at my max rating because I've been performing good. I'll show my contests. So far on Code Chef, I've participated in 26 contests. Then yeah, first contest was in what, this year Feb. I'm in my third year of engineering. I used to solve only problems and not participate in contests that much. I only used to solve problems, but this year I started solving more problems in contests. So when I started, I just solved one problem in my first contest. Usually, first three contests or something, you'll be given a huge rating plus. First three contests, if you solve at least one problem, you'll be given huge rating. You can see my rank was like 22,000 global rank. All these are global ranks, not like country specific or something like that. Global ranks all around the world. So yeah, 22K, then 17, then 10K, then somewhere between 10 to 15K my rating till here. From my ninth contest till, sorry, from second to ninth contest, my ratings were, sorry, my rankings were somewhere between 17K, somewhere between about 10K only basically. I used to solve problems like 3 problems, 1 problem, and all of that. Basically, number of more the problems you solve, more rating you get. It's not like that. It is like that when you solve most of the problems in the contest. Like some, if they say 7 problems, if you solve like 5, 6, or something like that time you'll get a good rating plus. But it matters when is suppose say. Hmm, Yeah. Here, 14,000 people solve this problem, 12,000 people solved, 8,000. Basically, based on your rankings only, your rating will be given, and not on problem solved. Problem solved won't matter that much. Based on your rankings in the contest, you will be given your rating. These many people solved the second problem, third problem, fourth problem, uh, fifth problem. Then 328 people all around the world solved this. So it's very tough actually. But as a beginner you shouldn't give up, okay, if you aren't able to solve the problem. Then yeah, then there was a point where I ranked between I ranked less than 10K in my 10th contest. Then I performed bad again, then back to 9K, 11K. Then I've been consistent from 14th contest till 26th. My rankings were below 10K only, all around the world. This was 2000, around 3K. This was 7K, 8K, 8K, 9K, 10K. This one bad contest because the problem was too tough. Then 8,000, 4,000, 6,000, 4,000. These are my past few contests in December 19th, like 2 days ago. Then December 15th, December 5th. I participate in almost every contest because I don't really care that much about rating. I focus more on solving problems. Ratings will eventually increase. Focus more on solving more problems in the contest. Do not look at the rating at all. So yeah, then I've been having a good rating plus. Yeah, this is the contest tab. Upcoming contests will be here. You can register for whichever contest you want to. This website will have regular contests every week. At least 1 or 2 contests will be there in a week, and in a month around say 10 to 15 contests will be there. 10 to will be there of different divisions. If you are in division 4 or something, you can participate in everything except division 1. It based on your divisions. So if we say here code forces around div 2, all the people in div 2 and below can participate. Div 3 means all the people in div 3 and below, not only div 3 and below, like that. And if it's div 1, then only div 1 people can participate. But division 1 people, they have their own contests, this thing, and only they can participate in that, and nobody else can participate. Because if the div 1 people participate in other divisions, they'll definitely destroy everybody, right? So that's why they'll be competing against people with their same rating. So yeah, this was about the website and how you can solve problems. And yeah, do not look at the rating. Then come to Code Chef. This is the practice page. Wait, before that, guys, any doubts? For the people viewing, any doubts? Use the chat box, guys. No, no. Okay. Good. Okay. Now this is Code Chef. Here is pretty much similar only, but here interface is a bit different. I mean, Code Forces is more like the Internet Explorer kind of web page, like the old one. And then Code Chef, they have their website a bit. I mean, kind of good. Interface is good, but problems are tougher on Code Forces than Code Chef. So if you want to start as a beginner, you can use Code Chef because it'll give you at least confidence. If you start directly on Code Forces, then you might not solve problems. That's why I suggest Code Chef for beginners. Practice section, you can go through the entire website in your free time. and you need to be doing it regularly, solve problems regularly, then only you can get better. With respect to development or competitive programming, or you're talking about the websites, which website to go with? If it's respect to websites, I'd suggest Code Chef. Once you get good here, you can go to Code Forces. And if you're talking with respect to development or competitive programming, it depends on you. What are you interested in? You can pick any you want, but it is mandatory to do both if you want to get placements. Like I said, on campus more into development, off campus more into CP. And yeah, this is my wait this is here contest will be there every Wednesday there will be a contest rated. Here they use stars, they do not talk about stuff like grandmaster and all of that. They use stuff like 6 stars, 5 stars. It starts from 1 star to 7 stars. Here also it's pretty much the same as code forces. It's like quite competitive. To get good, you need at least like 2-3 months to just be able to solve one or two problems on code forces. Whereas code chef first problem will usually be easier in contests. Suppose say, how can we learn CP as a beginner? Did learn DSA in college or on your own? DSA, I learned it on my own. With respect to college, in third semester, you'll have a subject called data structures and algorithms. That time, that will be more like hard coding it. You'll be using inbuilt stuff. There, you'll be using the thing like you'll hard code it. Suppose for data structures like graphs or trees, you'll create a node. You'll completely hard code it. You won't make use of any STL or anything. They will teach you like the how it works from the inside, how the data structures works from the inside on in college. And then how can we learn CP as a beginner? As a beginner, yeah, like I said, just start off with learning a language first, either C++ or Java. I'd recommend, but up to you. You can pick any language you want, but C++ or Java or C. Then get good at the language. You get to know more about the language. After that you can start solving problems, basic problems, on any of these websites, code chef, code forces. Yeah, it takes time, but yeah, I'd suggest you to learn a language first and then jump into solving problems. Anything else, guys? You can use the chat box. Yeah, this was the previous 18 December contest. I usually don't participate that much on code chef, mostly on code forces. Suppose you go to the division 4, the least division, and this is the first problem. 15,000 people could solve this. See, the question is quite simple. Chef plans to celebrate Christmas by baking a cake. Christmas falls on 25th of December. Every day before Christmas till 24th December, chef will bake exactly one practice cake. Today is X, the day of December. How many practice cakes will chef be baking from today? Starting from today. Suppose any day is like say 23rd. Today is 23rd December. So before Christmas means before 25th. How many? 23rd and 24th. What? 2 days, right? So basically it's quite easy, right? Damn easy. So this is basically the first question in a recent contest of Division 4 in Code Chef website. The first question is quite easy, right? Input format 18 basically simple. You can make use of maths here. 25 minus 18 is what? 7. 25 minus 1 is what? 24. Simple. Subtract 25 from the date given. Understood? This is a simple question. Any number, any input they'll give, it is definitely below 25 only, because they've mentioned here today is X day of December. How many practice cakes will chef be baking starting from today? So basically before Christmas means obviously the date constraints will be from 1 to 24. See, they've given here constraints. X, the given date input will be between 1 to 24. You subtract 20, so you subtract this number from 25, you get the answer. That's it. This is like the simple question, the first question in the division 4. This is quite easy, you guys can do it. Is it also fine if I practice in hacker rank? Hacker, yeah, it depends on you. Hacker rank has what do you say, half of this thing, half DSA and half competitive programming. But you I mean, suppose you have a rating on hacker rank, it won't matter that much. Nobody will look at that rating when you apply for any company or any resume or anything, putting it on your resume or anything. They won't look at your hacker rank. I mean, they won't give preference to hacker rank ranks at all. Mostly it is code chef or code forces ranks only. They have more weightage because it's tougher on these websites than hacker rank. Here questions are very tough. It's like you preparing for JEE mains, JEE advanced, that level of difficulty it will be. But yeah, if you're interested, you can do hacker rank as well. Depends on you. But if you're looking to get very good at competitive programming, you can use these two websites, CodeChef and CodeForces. And then going back, lead code is mostly for DSA. Like more, yeah. So if you ask me if I do lead code or not, that during placements and all, no. 1 month before, I'll just, right now I'm in my third year, right? Placement 7th yet started. It'll start in 6th or 7th sem. So what I'll do is just 1 month before the placements, I'll just brush up, solve problems on lead code, because companies on campus or something, they give mostly lead code kind of questions only. So they'll be like top 150 interview asked questions or something. I'll just solve those and go for placements. That's it. But all my learning and practice and all would be on these websites. That is just to get familiar with the website, I'll use lead code that time. Until then, here, logic, getting the logic, all of that will be the same. It's just the interface there will be different on lead code. But the lead code is only for DSA and not competitive programming. I hope I have answered. And then this is my profile. See, as you can see, I don't participate much here. I'm not active here on this website. I just participate in contests on this website because as a beginner, that time I used to do CodeChef a lot, but not now. And then this was my this thing, my, what do you say, rating graph. I started my, yeah, when was it? Yeah, last year December. CodeChef is paid. No, it's not paid. It's free to use. I'll tell you the major difference from CodeChef, CodeForces, and other websites. See, on other websites, no, if you submit a code, it'll show you on which test case your code is not giving the correct answer, right? On other websites, it'll give like lead code. It'll exactly mention the test case and why and what answer you're getting and what is the expected output. So based on that, you can alter your program and keep doing. That's like totally easy, right? The difference on these two websites and other websites are, here they won't mention anything. It'll just show wrong answer. That's it. It won't mention which test case you're going wrong. Basically, here they expect you to do it properly without them helping you. You're doing it by your own, taking care of all edge cases or everything. That's what other companies or anybody would expect from you, right? They're not helping you. You doing everything by yourself. People would prefer you doing everything by yourself than they helping you, right? So yeah, that's the major difference between CodeChef and CodeForces, apart from competitive programming and DSA. And then lead code, yeah, you can do lead code. I'd suggest lead code just like 1 month before your placements or something. 1 month before is more than enough. Lead code just to solve those top 150 or 100 interview asked questions. If you solve them, that's enough for placements in our college. Then yeah, you won't be asked data structures like graphs, trees, and all of that. Just linear stuff in our college. Off campus, they'll ask everything: graphs, trees, everything. That's why I'm telling you, if you're going for off campus, uh, if you want off campus or something like that, you'll have to be good here on these websites, CodeChef, CodeForces. And apart from that, if you are completely spending time on competitive programming, no, you can just spend like Adarsh said, Sundays or something for projects or something, development. Basically, if you just have like around 2 projects on your resume, 2 projects would be more than enough. in your final year, and all your competitive programming achievements plus 2 projects, and your extracurricular stuff would be a very good resume off campus. Projects is a necessity. Without projects, no, but 2 projects is enough, more than enough if you go for off campus, and mostly CP based profile. No, you can use your personal mail ID. It's not like college specific or anything. You can choose your own personal mail ID and just log in, create your account, and start. What should we start now? I'd suggest you learn a language first. If you're not familiar with any language, suppose say C++ or C or Java, learn any of these 2 languages first. Either C++ or Java. Any of these two, learn it first properly. Yeah, learn it first properly. Get good with the language first. Getting good with the language is first. And yeah, if you ask me C++, no, I would say get to know the proper syntaxes, functions, basics, all of that, plus STL, standard template library in C++. That is nothing but it contains all data structures and methods. And when it comes to Java, I'm not aware, but in Java also get to know the basic syntax and data structures and everything. Can we start CP from third sem? Bro, you would be a legend if you do it in third. Start from third sem, and by seventh or eighth sem, you would be very good at it. If you do consistently 3 years, you're in third, right? Yeah, 3 years. If you do consistently, you'll be very good. You'll be one of the top rated coders in the country. But provided you are improving every day. And should we be perfect in all the programming language or few which will be better? Now I'm in first sem, bro. You're in first sem, bro. That's impressive. If you start now, you'll be very good in your fourth year. I started in what, second year or something. No, third year. Yeah, second year end or something. I started like proper solving in contests or something. Planning to do DSA and development in the first sem. That is one thing I'll tell you. Do not spend. I mean, time on both. Just pick one as your major. Suppose say CP as your major or your development as your major. Pick one of them as your major and be a master. You don't have to do both of them. I'm telling you. You'll end up being a normal person if you just do both of them. Just do one and be very good at one, and okay at the other one, or be very good at competitive programming and okay at development, just the basics, or be basics and okay with competitive programming and very good in development. Do not pick 2 things. Take one thing, be very good at it. That's it. I'd suggest that. And then what else? Should we be perfect in all programming languages or few, and which will be better? No, few is enough. When it comes to competitive programming, C++ or Java or C, any one of these languages would be more than enough. You don't have to learn all of them. And then development, it depends. You have different tech stacks and all of that for front end, back end, so many languages, so many stuff. That it depends on you. But with respect to CP, C++, C or Java, any of these three is more than enough. Off topic, is third sem harder when compared to first and second sem? Uh, Not actually. I mean, depends on you how you can grasp stuff, and yeah, depends on totally you. See, it depends. Suppose say if you think it's like tough or something, then it all depends on your mindset basically. If you look at it as tough or something, then it will be tough for you. If you look at it like easy, fine, it's fine. Even if it's tough, I'll just learn. I'll get better. It's fine. Doesn't matter. It'll take time, but you will get better eventually. Are you doing internship? Right now, no. Third year for our college, internships do not come actually. Just one came. That was for development. Yeah, that was most that position they were looking for was development based person who is good at development. Like Oracle, I guess I had come. Oracle, yeah, they had come to offer internship. So far, that only I feel. Yeah, nothing apart from that. For third years, mostly our college seniors only get the opportunity for placements and internships because the college wants to show right how many placements for seniors, because it matters a lot when the people come for next year to join their students in their kids to this college. So mostly for final years only will come opportunities will be given. Then Now I'm learning Python. See, Python you can do. I wouldn't say no, but to a decent level you can get in competitive programming. Like, yeah, to a decent level you can get using Python, but be good at very good at it. If you ask me, if you want to get very good at it, then C++ or Java. What to manage academics with CPD, CP/DSA? How to manage basically? Okay. What I used to do is in first sem, second sem, up till what, third year, right? First, second sem, I used to actually study one day before the internals. You have internal tests, right, for 50 marks or something. Three internals you'll have. I used to study like 2 days. No, yeah, that time during first or second sem, 2 to 3 days I used to study. Then gradually in second sem, third sem, and all of that, I spent one day before. And coming to third and fourth sem, that was my previous year. I used to spend what the next day morning I used to read morning, early morning, around 4 a.m. or something. I used to read all the question bank. I just used to do the question bank which the teachers give. Just do the question bank, go write the exam. That's it. Nothing else. Don't spend time for VTU at all. Spend time on extracurricular stuff. Build skills. VTU eventually you things will be easier. College though will give marks, but yeah, you have to write the test good. For me, I spent only some 3 to 4 hours before the exam for learning it, not days together. And when it comes to final exams, also max to max one day to learn all those 5 modules or something. My CGPA, it's 8.2 or something. If you have more than 8.2, it's more than enough. But if you want to have like a 9.9 plus CGPA and all, it's up to you, your wish. But in our college, they don't mention CGPA criteria like 9 plus or something. In our college, for all companies, it's like 7 plus or something. Yeah, 7 plus. CGPA is never a criteria. CGPA in college, so some very rarely matters. When there are two people with equal skill and they use CGPA as a last thing to decide who's better. That's it. So if you are very good, very skilled in something, then CGPA actually doesn't really matter. What range of CGPA is to be maintained? If you have around what, 7 to 9 is more than enough. 7 to 9 is more than enough. 8 plus I'd suggest 8 plus. And if you want to have more than 9, it's up to you, but you'll have to spend more time studying for the VTU stuff or whatever. And then what range of C? Okay, done. How to analyze problems in CP and what are the main key points and fundamentals which should be aware of while doing CP? Yeah, fundamental main things is basically read the problem statement and solve it in your book first. Solve it in the sense, do not use language or anything. Mathematically, solve it in your book first, taking care of all the edge cases and anything. Without doing it on the book, don't directly go and code it. When you do it on your book, that time you'll understand and then you'll get better. After you do it in the book, then code it. If you spend time directly coding it, you'll keep erasing your code, then again altering it. You'll spend so much time. That would be a bad thing to do. Do it on book first with proper maths and then go there. Uh, then which topic to pick as my elective subject? uh, when it comes to programming, you can pick anything. Depends on which branch you are in. Suppose say if you are in electronics or something, then you will have an elective like C or C++ or something, the POP, principles of programming or something like that. That is basically C. I'd suggest to pick that. Basically pick C or Python as an elective if you are in your first or third year, second year. What type of skills is good? Yeah, skill in the sense, yeah, being good at problem solving is like a very good skill, and being good in competitive programming is the very good, like it's like too good off campus, so it is very good skill. Can we focus on IoT as a student? IoT, Internet of Things, it depends, man. Depends on what you want to do. I'll just talk about like CP, how CP can help. See, every domain has its own benefits, right? But one thing I'd suggest is whatever you pick, just be very good at it. Do not change stuff after you do IoT and then you feel no, this is not working out. Then go to the other one. Then leave that. Go there. Leave. Go leave. Don't do that. Pick one thing and be very good at it. That's all I'd say. Can you focus on IoT as a student? Then what is the catch we should get hold of while solving questions. Yeah, you should understand. Suppose, let me just, like I said, this question that was there, right? 25th December or something. Here, wait, give me a second, 1 second. I'll answer all the queries. Yeah, here the question, right? Yeah, I told you how do you solve this. Here the main key point is 25th December. Basically 25th, before 25th December, whatever number is there, just subtract from it. 25 minus x, basically. Like that you'll have some key stuff like which you'll understand gradually when solving problems, like the main part that you'll only be able to understand while solving problems, getting the logic for the question. Then in our college, placement is good, right? uh, it depends, man. See, college placement is good only around 10, 12, something, somewhere around there. Highest packages come around that, but it's mostly based on performance. If you perform really good, they are willing to give you more. Base packages will be around 10, 12, depends. It ranges from 3 LPA to 12 LPA, somewhere like that. Most of the companies. Then, yeah, mostly, yeah, this is the range. And based on your performance in the interview, how well you perform, and they might increase your this thing. They will definitely increase if they feel that you are very good. They will definitely increase your package. And then and Python in college and C++ outside course. Yeah, you can. See, I'd suggest do not pay for anything online. See, resources, now we have internet, right? You can use ChatGPT to learn. You can use what? YouTube. Even on YouTube, someone will be explaining it, and you might want to ask him doubts in between, but you can't because it's not a live stream. Whereas on ChatGPT, you can prompt it and tell what does this line do, what does that explain something. So you can learn it online. Do not pay for any courses online for with respect to competitive programming. Do not pay, just learn it by yourself. Online, you'll have so many resources. College outside course, is it enough if we get perfect with only one programming language by the end of first year? More than enough. More than enough. See, even I'm telling you, right? People in third year and fourth year in our college, most of the people, there are just very few people who are good with like 2 3 languages or something, but depends on people. But average people are not even like one or two programming languages. Yeah, one or two programming languages by the end of 4 years, because mostly you focus on one programming language and getting good at it. Do not focus on multiple programming languages. Pick one, get good at one. It's like more like saying jack of all, master of none. Just it's like that. Just pick one, be a master in it. That's it. And then how to join technical clubs? I'm in first sem. Technical clubs will have their own recruitment. In our college, we have GDSC and Bigo, and yeah, GDSC and Bigo in CSC. We do the recruitment every even sem. Basically, after seniors leave, we recruit the new batch of juniors based on that. And how to join? Be good at any one thing: development or UI UX, user interface, user experience, or competitive programming. There are non-technical positions as well in the clubs, but yeah, it depends on what you want. But I've told you like the basic stuff like development, UI UX, competitive programming, non-tech team. These are the four things currently in our GDSC. We are open to more like AI and all of that, AI domains as well. But we need to find people for that who are good in that. Then, if possible, try to conduct workshops for juniors on small topics. Yeah, sure, we will do that. We'll definitely do that. This semester is almost ending, right? Next semester, yeah, even semester, yeah, second sem, you guys, second or fourth sem, I'll be in like sixth sem. That time we'll definitely plan events like it depends on you guys, how many people attend and all of that. But if you are interested, if you're really interested, you can text me and I can tell you what you can learn or anything to get good, or any doubts you have. But yeah, we will conduct workshops next year, next sem, from next sem. Yeah, and this I'll tell you about the special thing in our college. GDSC and Bigo, we conduct contests for the entire college. We conduct competitive programming contests, and you'll be given certificates. We'll conduct contests, and top 5 people will be given certificates from GDSC. That is like a good thing. And then, yeah, me and my team will be preparing the contests in GDSC. We set the problems, we set the test cases, everything we do. And then, how much of constant practice and constant CP will make you the best? Will make us the best? Share regarding that. See, some people are like naturally good at it, but if you're talking about a person who's like okay, not that good, it'll take time. But 1 to 3 months, somewhere between 1 to 3 months, you'll be like a good person as a very good beginner. Then you can gradually by end of the first year in the sense not your college first year, by the end of you starting from starting CP and the end, and 1 year of you completing CP, you will definitely be good at it. Then first and second sem we will be learning chem so many seasons. Should we be focused on doing our work? See, do not focus on VTU or college stuff at all. Just 1 to 3 days before, so not 3 days, sorry, 1 day before is more than it depends on person to person. I just spend 1 day before in the starting, then gradually I started spending less time. Uh, because for me, 8 plus is more than enough. Depends on you how much you want. So yeah, I'd suggest even for you guys, do not spend that much time for college subjects. Just learn it as for understanding or basics or something like that. Spend more time on extra skills. That only matters mostly. 99% is extra skills. 1% is like your college stuff. Yeah, your CGP. CGPA matters when you're. It depends on domains. Like I'm not being specific with respect to anything. If I'm talking off-campus placements or something like that, skills matter a lot more than CGPA. Skills matter 99%. CGPA college stuff matter like 1% off campus. First and second sem coding language. Focus on coding language and skills. Yeah. If you're in CSC branch, you will learn C++ with third sem. Okay. How to prepare for internships from the second year itself. See, college also no, they won't go in depth and all. They'll just tell you the whatever is there in the modules. Like you'll have 5 modules, right, for every subject. Whatever is there in the modules, they'll tell you. They won't go in depth and all. If you want to learn more, you can go ask the faculty. Faculty will definitely help you out. But in general, they'll teach with respect to modules only. To prepare for internships from second year itself, the process and stuff, which we must be a pro. From second year only. See, you guys are in first or second year, I don't know, but just start off now only. Like it's never too late, but to eventually get good at it. Currently, you know how competitive it is, the world, right? You need to be very good at something, then only you can get hired off campus or something like that. You need to be good. Basically, it's competitive. Even for placements or anything, if you're better than the others, then definitely you will be selected. And luck matters a lot. Luck matters a lot. That is there, luck, but skills do matter. Hmm. If I know, okay. Yeah, pro. Just keep spending time for it every day. Do not you have at least like some 3 hours or 4 hours or something for it every day. Yeah, this stream will be saved. You think college gives major priority to academics to rather technological technology skills? College actually no. College it's not like that. The faculty will actually tell you to get good extracurricular skills and focus on this thing. Focus on this thing just for exam decent marks perspective. That's it. Do not spend too much time for college. Spend more time for extracurricular skills, because building that only will take more time than you sitting and learning for these college exams. Is it possible to get internship here in second if I complete before first year ends? See, you complete DSA development in our college, so internships and all will start from by the end of third year or fourth year. They'll give opportunity for seniors first, and then after all seniors are done, that is like I don't know. It's not possible. So mostly it won't be available for second year people. You'll have to go off campus, and off campus also they'll look at your skills. Yeah, but Google will have something called step intern. In second year people can apply. People who are in second year, they can apply for something called Google step intern, where yeah, there if you're good, no, usually people in second year won't be that good at all. So if you are good early, then you will definitely get the Google step internship. It'll be mostly in December, no, wait. Now, yeah, October to December range only, they'll roll out their forms. Can I get your LinkedIn ID? I want to know from you. He has posted it in the, yeah, yeah. Okay, thanks, guys. Fine. Anything else, guys? Any doubts or anything? Yeah, before that, yeah. See, my first contest on CodeChef, I took it what on 13th December 2023. Then, see, I actually did not spend that much time for competitive programming. Used to spend time, but not that much time. I actually spent time on playing games as well, like reaching the peak ranks in, suppose, say, like BGMI or something. I went to like the highest rank conqueror. I was top 500 in the country, like that. Anything I do, I just completely focus on that, and after that thing is done, go to the next thing. Now currently I'm doing CP, like now, yeah, I will eventually get good at it, I know that, but you'll have to spend time for it, bro. That's it. You'll have, and you should not give up. That's the main thing. You give up, then it's done. As a freelancer, any suggestions for CP? Yeah, you can online. There are places where you can be a problem setter for contests, suppose like CodeChef and all. You can be a problem setter for the contest, but provided you need to have a good rating. Only if you have a specific rating and above, then only they will allow you to create problems and all of that. So basically you need to be good at something, then only people will look at you for whatever they want. CP, this is the thing. And anything else, guys? Yeah, December what last year, I participated in my first contest on coach. I got like global rank 8K or something. Then wait, then I got like 5K in what, May, I guess. Yeah, 5th is May. This is the day. Then after that, like 10K bad again, because I wasn't consistent. That's why you can see this ratings up and down, up and down. If you're consistent, definitely it'll be going up only. So recently, the past few months, I was like completely consistent. So you can see this ranking jump from 10K to back to 900 global rank, then 289 global rank. So yeah, if you're consistent, you'll be good at CP, but you have to keep doing it regularly. You miss out, then back to normal. Same like gaming or anything, gaming or any competitive scenario like chess or something. You leave it or something. You leave it for some days or leave it for a month or something. Again, you'll have to get the grip which you were at before leaving it. If you want to stay in the top, obviously you have to keep practicing regularly. Anything, not only competitive programming or anything, games, anything competitive, you have to keep being consistent. Then only you will be there in that rating or whatever, and you'll go up. You leave it, you'll come back down. That's it. Yeah, that's all I guess for now. Any doubts or anything, guys? How can we reach out? Yeah, you can actually contact our. See, you can see this community right on GDSC. I mean, on WhatsApp, we have this GDSC community, GDSC RNSIT. You can reach out there. Our admins will be replying back there. Possible, send the document in group. Which document do you want? Anything else, guys? There's a 7 to 8 second delay, so I'll wait for some time. Others bros. Okay, fine. I'll ask him to send it. Yeah, you're in the community, right? You join the GDSC RNSIT community on WhatsApp. Their resources will be shared with respect to today's whatever others taught or whatever he spoke about. In first sem, then see all concepts. What to do next? Start CPP and DSA or C++ and CP. If you are good in C, no, it won't take much time for you to get good at C++. It's just that you'll have to learn the STL, standard template library, or things in that. If you are okay learning with that, and after you're done, then directly you can start off with problem solving. Or C, DSA, and web dev. No, don't remove this thing in your mind. Do not pick like 10 to 15 stuff like web development, DSA, AI. Do not take like multiple things to your mind. Take one thing, be a master in it. That's it. That's all I'd say. See, for anything, suppose say chess or anything, chess or any competitive sport, if you see, recently there's this guy, Gukesh, who won the world championship chess. Do you think he spent time on doing anything else like spending more of his time for college or school or anything? Or do you think he spent most of his time for doing chess, grinding in chess? He spent most of his time in grinding in chess. That's why he's very good at that level. You don't pick multiple things and be good at it. You pick one thing, be a master in it. And once you have mastered it, then you can go for the other thing. For now, I'd say you guys are in first and second year, right? I just suggest you to do one thing, either web development or C++. Get very good at it. After you're good at it, then you can switch and go to the other one. Anything else, guys? If that is all, then we can end the stream. If you guys are okay, bro, don't call me sir, man. I'm in third year. That's it. Just like what, like some 2 3 years older than you. That's it. If there's anything else, you can reach out on LinkedIn or GDSC community page. I mean, our WhatsApp on WhatsApp. Thanks for this valuable session, bro. And no problem, no problem. So yeah, guys, shall we end the stream here? If you have anything else, you can reach out on LinkedIn. For biology students, how to learn this competitive programming and C++. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. See, you can for very beginners like who do not know anything with respect to programming, that time I'd suggest you to go pick someone on YouTube, pick someone's channel and watch their playlist videos all from around what they'll have their own number of videos. Just finish that playlist, and if you have any doubts, do one thing. There you just whatever doubts you have, just copy that thing and paste it on ChatGPT will give you line by line explanation. See, use ChatGPT for learning, not cheating, okay? Use it for learning and getting better. He'll explain line by line. Have DSA. See, competitive programming is nothing but DSA only. DSA plus mathematics. 50% DSA, 50% mathematics. That's why it's competitive programming. You need to be good at maths as well as DSA, both. Equal weightage for both. Yo. Thanks, man. Thanks. Which language is important to learn? If you are talking with respect to competitive programming, I'd suggest C++ or Java. And if you're talking with respect to web development, you can ask Adarsh on LinkedIn, or you can uh, message in the what do you say GDSC community page on WhatsApp. Yeah, sure, sure. Wishing you good luck and do not give up. That's all I'd say. It'll be tough in the start, but do not give up. Anything else, guys? For biology students, yeah, just be good at one language. learn the basics, be good at it, then go to the application. Same goes to web development also. Be good at a language, learn something, then start building stuff like websites and applications. Applications of language. Anything else, guys? If there's anything else, you can reach out on the GDSC community page. And that's all for now. Thank you, guys. We can end the stream. Sarvesh. Yeah, thank you.